what's up, guys? Wait, you can't hear me because I have the mic all the way over there. There we go. Hiya. Hello, Mr. Paperback Ethan. My full name, goddamn. Hi, guys. Right. So, today I thought we would do something a little different, where we just sat down and chatted. How do you guys feel about that? Because I have had some things on my mind today. No one's in trouble. No one's in trouble. But it's just something that's been irritating me. There's a few things that have been irritating me, actually. I'm so ready right now. Best thing ever for stress relief. Ooh. I have over here, I have a Cosmopolitan. I've never had one of these. I'm drinking them out of cans because I can't be asked to make them myself, so. Ooh. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't know. I don't even know how to start talking about it. Let's go one of the. Oh yeah, I needed to do a disclaimer. So I don't think this was maliciously intended in the slightest, because it could be just someone that's been struggling. Well, I don't know. I wanted to just say that I'm anti-engagement. What? What? So yesterday, as I was checking my analytics on Twitch, I noticed that there was a notification that came up that showed me that someone who had gifted around 500, and it's crazy, a crazy amount, 500 five gifted subs worth $500. They refunded themselves afterwards after having been top sub gifter. And that could be a mistake, but I will say this. Chat, if you cannot afford to gift subs, please don't put yourself in an awkward position by doing this. But yeah, it completely throws off my budgeting, because this is my job. This is my job. This is how I make money. So when I'm calculating how much I've made, then I can calculate what I'm going to be putting towards my business for the next month, or like what I can invest in making for content creation and everything. If out of nowhere someone does that, it completely throws off what I can and cannot do. And I will say this, that I'm giving the benefit of the doubt that it could very well be someone that was just realized they didn't have enough in the end to do that and needed to do a chargeback. But given the amount, I'm leaning towards the idea that it was potentially to get the attention of a top sub gifter and not. You get what I mean? But I don't hold it against them, because you never know. Why is this blonde streak like that? Stop doing that. There we go. But yeah, please just make sure that if you are doing gifting subs and everything, make sure that you're doing it from a responsible position, okay? You look out of it, what's going on? I'm fine. I'm honestly fine. I've had a few things on my mind today. Nothing bad. But I've okay. Talk about it. So recently I've been getting more edits on my For You page as of recently. And I have noticed a few videos, like typically when I see an edit and the edit does well, I check the comment section to make sure that it's not like packed with people like hating and everything, because I've had a share of that when Andy and I started going out. People were shit towards us. The overwhelming positivity was like cancelled it out though. But in this case, I came across comments where it was about, like, it was a video about me and Andy, but in the comments someone had brought up a previous relationship of mine, and someone answered saying, "Oh, I know what happened," and accused me of cheating. And I know that my ex insinuated this. I would like to clear up, I have never done such a thing. I've never done such a thing. I've never cheated in my life. Never would. The timing isn't right. I don't know what was... Like, I understand that at the time because I broke up with them. They must have been hurt and didn't really think through their actions, but going live and then making their comment section think that I cheated on them was completely out of pocket. And to this day I get comments of people saying, "Hey, did you cheat?" Never did. I never did. And so I don't know, that threw me off, and then I started thinking about how the whole thing was handled and how I'm learning more and more about their reaction post the breakup. That... Hey, Wendy. That they had been just contacting other creators that they knew were mutuals with me and basically twisting a story spectacularly in a way that, from what I've heard, they've taken what they've done to me and just flipped it, which I have been able... Every content creator that's come forward and told me this, I've talked to them, able to debunk everything, and they fully believe that it's bullshit, because that's the case. But yeah, I'm just kind of sick and tired of, after all this time, still hearing about this. Like, shit, move on to something else. Like, fuck. Anyways, cheers. But yeah, I'm not even gonna... And the thing is, I know the reasoning behind it is because I haven't spoken out against them. And I haven't because I know my responsibility as a creator with a big platform is to not smother someone with people like hate. I never want to smother anyone with hate. I never have. However, many would argue that their actions would usually entail that, but I am far too lenient, and they've done this as a way to protect themselves. So yeah, it's hard to be the bigger person right now. Very hard to be the bigger person, especially as the person that was fucked over. But you know what, I may be the younger one, but somehow I'm, yet again, the more mature one. Hey, Wendy. Hey, baby. You wanna come up? Hi, darling. Come up. No? Okay, that's alright. Was this recent? Oh, wait, what? I've gone over a lot of things. I've just recently seen comments, and I have heard recently from more and more people that have turned around and apologized to me for how they viewed me based on what they were told. except unfortunately for the person that's been making up shit. When people meet me, they can tell immediately that I am not the type of person they describe me to be. I'm not. And it's easy as that. And I have the receipts, so I have witnesses, bro. So I don't know where the audacity is coming from. And I don't think it is, because I don't want to make a big thing, but if this ever comes back to them, like, where is this audacity coming from? You know exactly how things went down. Given everything, you best shut your mouth, bro. I've been nice enough to keep your fucking shit under lock and key. Why make up stuff? What, because you can't defend yourself? Bro. I need to look at questions anyways. But the whole gist of it all is that they lied about our breakup, and I let them to protect them. Why? Why did I do that? Fuck knows. Probably shouldn't have. Listen, I really don't want to make this a big thing. I needed to get this off my chest because it's just constant, and I just, fuck, I'm so over it, bro. Wait. I'm really fucking over it. Okay, let me... recently I've been in a place where, like, I've been good. Like, I've been good, but I've had, it's like a little voice in the back of my head fucking annoying me all the time. That and, this and the whole situation that I'm having with acting right now is what's currently on my mind. Because I've been getting good results with acting. Like, I'm almost... Like, from what I'm auditioning for, like 75% of the time, I get a call back for what I audition for. But when I find a project that suits like my schedule and everything, and it's a project that I really like, unfortunately, I end up with a team of people that are either unethical or unprofessional, and do not understand what it means to work with a disabled actor. Did you just strum the guitar? Wendy! Wait, what, did you put a pom-pom in my guitar? Okay. Wendy, stop! What did you put in there? Just a second, guys. What's in there, babe? What did... Oh, what is that? Wait. I got it. She likes these things. They're like the tags for... Well, like the things from bread bags. Yes, siblings, I do. I have an older brother and a younger sister. I'm trying so hard to keep my mouth shut about... Anyways, back to the acting thing. Because the first experience, we know how that went down. We know how that went down. I was just so... I don't know, I don't even have a word for it. I felt, and it's so dramatic, but I felt almost betrayed by the people I tried to help financially, and also I just wanted to help make this project become a thing. And so I trusted these people. They asked for my help multiple times financially, and at the time I could afford it, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to be part of this, I'm going to be a team, I'm the new guy, I'm going to show that I'm just as invested as anyone else. And then the whole drama dropped, which I'm not going to go into again because fuck, I'm so tired of it. But just know I am being very careful with whatever project I am getting involved in. Hasn't used AI for their fucking script or anything, to be honest. Where was I? Oh yeah, that whole thing happened, and because I'm the one with the most traction to his name, Twitter took a hold of it and absolutely pummeled me to the ground for nothing, not my doing, by the way. And then the other production, and no hate to them, they were very understanding once my agent had to tell them I had to pull out. But when I arrived on set, the conditions just weren't industry standard. And I've been told, yeah, no, but it's a student movie. You still need to, like, if you want a good grade, you're going to have to keep up with industry standard to have a good grade. If it's your final, you've got to be on track with these things. And the moment I had friends with me, and the moment I heard that there was no proper food for the actors, no proper prep, like makeup and all that jazz was done.
I'll never understand why the internet is so against you. Maybe because you're cool as fuck and you're actually a decent person? Sending you love and peace, dude. You deserve every bit of peace.
I appreciate that. I honestly, the thing is, that's the thing with being on the internet. People are going to be dickwads, unfortunately. And I have seen my TikTok, right? I've seen my TikTok, and my way of like making videos, because you don't hear me talking, I can understand why people think I'm an asshole, unfortunately. Excuse me. So yeah, people's impression of you on the internet, especially if they're not like hearing you speak, can be very different to how you actually are. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there was no proper food. There were no breaks for the actors. There were no rehearsals. Rehearsals were filmed for some reason. Like they were using the rehearsals as takes, and I was like, guys, I've never spoken to this person before. Can we please have a rehearsal before? And plus, I had inquired about meeting everyone beforehand, and they never got back to me on that. And I specifically requested, hey, can we make sure that there will be rehearsals in place, because I work better with people that I know, and plus this was a role that, like, I was a love interest, which means a lot of physical touch, and I need to know someone, like at least a conversation when we get coffee before doing something like that. And then Deska was on set with me, and I was asked to do something that would typically require an intimacy coordinator. Deska inquired about it, and the room went silent, and they were like, oh man, we didn't think of that. What do you mean you didn't think of an intimacy coordinator? So, and from not eating barely any breaks, I had to tell them at some point, hey, can we take a minute? My head's spinning, and they were understandable. They understood that. But afterwards, after filming, I was on the brink of a meltdown. Genuinely, because I was so physically exhausted. I had been on set 2 hours prior to everyone else, and I got told, oh, we're running late, just sit in a cafe or something for a while. And I was like, why are we not on set on time? So yeah, that night I collapsed, and I had to talk to my agent, and I was like, I hate doing this. I really like, because it goes completely against how like resilient I am as an actor, but these conditions aren't possible. I can't deal with this. This is going to be a whole week of this. I don't think I can handle this, because I passed out the moment I got home. I actually knocked out, and my agent had a chat with them. I apologized, but yeah, so I had to drop out of that. So yeah, I feel terribly about it, because I never want to let anyone down. I never want to do that. But then I got talking to Deska, and Deska was like, no, dude, they let you down first by not treating you as an actor should be. And I was like, I can understand that, but at the same time, and then I don't know. It was just very shocking. I think the intimacy coordinator not being there was just the thing that had me decide I don't think I can fucking do this. Because they then were like, oh, we can maybe call a friend in and like be like to step in as a intimacy coordinator. I was like, just someone random? Like, do they know anything about intimacy coordination, like, at all? And when I talked about my character and tried to get to know the character a little more, it was very difficult to get a straight answer out of anyone about what direction they wanted for this character. And I was like, and the thing is, everything that happened then kind of had me have a mini panic attack the moment the camera was shoved in our faces, because the whole situation with the old project came rushing back, and I seized up. I was like, I cannot be doing this again. I cannot be they did not use AI, I will say that. They were very clear. I made it perfectly clear with them, hey, if I'm working with you guys, I need to know that you guys are not using AI. And I didn't get round to it, but they were fully agreeing to sign a contract with my agency that they weren't going to use any AI whatsoever. But yeah, it took a lot out of me to put my foot down with that. If I hadn't had my friends around me, there was both Rachel and Deska with me. If I hadn't had those two with me, I would not have realized how bad it was. But yeah. Okay, someone said in chat that I have POTS. It's actually not for sure yet. I have something under the umbrella term of dysautonomia. That has been confirmed. But they haven't quite figured out what it is exactly. They haven't like pinpointed which one. POTS is one of the terms underneath that umbrella term of dysautonomia, but my blood pressure is doing something a little different to how POTS usually works, so I'm currently getting tested for it. What language do you think in the most? Honestly, it depends on my environment, because I often listen to French YouTube when I'm doing like chores and whatnot, and I have noticed that I start thinking in French when I'm watching those, but the moment like I'm around Andy, it's always in English. So it depends on the context. If I'm in France, it's going to be in French. Oh, my apologies. I saw a load of people say it. Didn't mean to spread misinformation. You're completely good. You're completely good, because I thought I had POTS. My previous doctor thought I had POTS. Didn't get it like fully diagnosed because I had to move, but that was what they were aiming towards. So I was like, well, given everything, I'm going to call it that so that people can understand a little bit of how it works. For example, when I'm on set, it's easier for me to say, hey, do you know what POTS is? Than go through a whole thing of like dysautonomia. Do you know what dysautonomia is? Because a lot of people don't. People recognize POTS easier. How long have you and Andy been together for? Since January 7th of 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, that's another thing. People seem to think that Andy and I started dating in December. We didn't. We didn't. Have you watched Young Royals? I watched like an episode. I couldn't watch it, I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't deal with the English dub. Are you gonna read the questions of Instagram? I am. When did you leave France? Excuse me. Around the same time. Officially I moved to the UK in like May, maybe February of 2 years ago. Are you excited for the new Paper SMP episode? Yes, I am. I'm just... It's so much work to do. I'm so... There's so much editing and so many things to organize because... like, everyone has to find the time to record their lines. It's a 16-page script. So, and that's not, like, huge. But, for a Paper SMP video, it is. 16, yeah. 16 pages long. I don't know how long it's gonna run. I read it, like, in my head, and that approximately took about, I think it was 20 minutes or so. How many people are involved? Let me count. At a minimum 7 people. How do you decide on paperback? I've been writing since I was a kid. I've always loved writing. When I was in class in France, and they had English classes, the difference in level was astronomical. So they were like, okay, you can do your own set of homework, and I was like, hey, I love writing. Do you mind if I write during classes, and like at the end of each month, instead of the typical tests, you grade me on that, but from my level, like from a different, like, so that is fairer. And they were like, yeah, so I've done that since I was 11. Been writing for fucking ages. Never published anything because I like keeping it in here. And also I like the song Paperback Writer by the Beatles. Where did you and Andy's name Paper Angel come from? Well, paperback, and I call Andy Angel, so. Is the next episode the season finale? No. Haha, no. The season finale is not going to be one episode. what I'm considering the season finale is going to be that episode. You have at least 7 more episodes before the finale. I also have Mango over here. Mango. Was it Blonde Streak a Percy Jackson reference? Not really. I may cosplay him again just for the shits and giggles. But nah, I did it as a sub goal. Felt like it. And also, I was like, hey Eli, do you want a match for TwitchCon? And he was like, hell yeah, dude, do it. So now we match. Do you know if the cutscene will be at the start of the episode or the end? So, I'm thinking the episode is going to be the start, but also the end. Nah, but in a way that you'll watch it, and then we're probably going to have a cast Q&A where we have the whole Discord up of the people involved, if everyone's available. And then we're just gonna chat, you know? How long did the world building take for the paper SMP? Do you mean like Minecraft building, or do you mean like the writing? Because technically the writing only took about a few days. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had been given an opportunity to have a server with G-Portal, who are the people who host it, and they were like, hey, we want to host a server for you and your friends to like play on, and like you can just like shout us out and da da da. And I was like, hell yeah, but what if I do one I do you one better? What if I do you one better? What if I create a whole franchise around this one singular server? I saw the opportunity and I took it. And so I locked in and I was like, can we postpone the campaign date a little bit so that I can get a mod pack all like curated and everything, and then I can write a story. And I had about a month to write and have people help me build the SMP. I did all the research for each building, because I did schematics. The buildings themselves are not ours. So a lot of them are from Minecraft builder artists that I followed on Patreon. I think one of them is Grayson. They're fantastic builders. And it was either that or I was going to hire a team to build the entire thing. But I was like, I don't know, I like the idea of being able to place the buildings where I want, and like the terraforming and everything. Worked out. We managed to do it. Thanks to my friends, I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna put the buildings down. If you guys could do like the little paths and like decorate some of the inside and everything. Because most of the inside was done, but some rooms were vacant. And we had about a month to pull this off. Oh, okay, so the town names are your ideas. Oh yeah. All of the backstory was my idea. So like the core story of it, I basically presented this to my friends or creators, and I was like, hey, would you be interested in building a character around this? And they were like, fuck yeah. And then their character then built onto the universe of the paper SMP, and then later down the line with the character stories merging, it creates a whole universe at that point. Any tips for developing one of our own universes? Do you mean in general, or do you mean SMP? Because in general, I would say get yourself on those prompt websites where people just suggest prompts to each other to write. That's what I did when I was a kid. And then from that, I would build, and the more you write, the more ideas you'll get. And it's so stupid said like that, because people are going to be like, oh yeah, no, practice, practice, practice. That's going to be your advice on that. And to be honest, yeah. Writing and writing and writing is what is going to get you there. And even outside of world building and everything, I have found that revisiting, like years later, revisiting the worlds I've built or the songs I've written, I've noticed there's a fuck ton of potential there. So just write and write and write, but keep them stored. And then when you don't like what you've written, just store it away. And then a few years later, you'll come back to it and you can be like, can I write something out of this? Because at that point, you've created your own prompt.
Okay, this might sound corny, but I do not mean for it to be corny. I hope you know how much your community loves and cares about you. I think I can speak for a good majority of chat when I say we are so thankful for you and your streams. Thank you for being you, red heart emoji.
I appreciate you. I'm gonna be honest, these days I've been kind of hesitant, and I've been kind of lost in what I want to create for you guys, apart from the paper SMP, because that's an ongoing thing. But outside of the paper SMP, I don't know what to give you guys that you will enjoy and still like stick around for. And it's so strange, but a lot of you stick around mostly for just the sitting down and talking streams or the singing streams. But sometimes I want to do like some gaming and stuff, and at that point I don't really know what to give you guys. And I never want to disappoint you. I never want to disappoint you. And I don't know. It's a weird balance to be a content creator and doing that. We love a good horror game. I need to get back to horror games. It used to be such a thing for me, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Now that I've actually got a visual on my heart rate when I'm playing things, it's kind of worrying me. But I want to get back into horror because I love the adrenaline of it. I just wish my friends liked horror games more. I need to invite Michaela to play, because I know Michaela and Eli, those two. Watch anything you like playing. Yeah, but the moment I turn on Bed Wars, half of you leave. I really like Bed Wars. I was just talking about this with Taylor. Taylor was like, oh man, I wish the viewers liked Bed Wars more because we're like fully addicted. Fully addicted. I was like, yeah, guys, come on, enable the addiction, guys. Ah. You love Bed Wars? Will you guys stick around if I play? What about Raid? What? I've only seen one person say that. Huh? Did I miss a raid, folks? Oh! Now why would you sell Andy out like that? Hey guys! Hey guys! I was talking about some, not depressing shit, but like annoying shit earlier on. You guys missed all the drama. You missed all the drama. But I'm gonna take to my little questionnaire thing. Uh-oh. Okay. Sorry. Whoops. Meow. Did you hear that, or did I just meow to myself? That was a cat that was meowing. Baby! Oh! Hi!
She's hungry.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Papa's hungry too, yeah. Look at her. Do you guys see her tongue? I don't think you can, but she has a little tongue out.
What are you one for dinner? Bao buns? Okay. Yeah. Bao buns.
What the fuck was that for? Shit! You want mango?
For half the stream, she was like sat like next to me here.
Did you have fun?
I finished the game.
I
The ending was kind of underwhelming.
as I was sharing
Mike?
secrets.
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 Secrets. Okay, I will make bao buns. Maybe.
Andy was hiding my scalp because it looks like I got out.
No, that's not what that has to do with.
This motherfucking liar. Because my roots, I am very fair haired naturally. So the moment my roots come in, it looks like I got a bald paperback. Wait, let me fix this because it looks like shit. I swear I'm not going bald. I'm not losing my hair. Have you seen how much fucking hair I have? Why is it not sitting? There we go. Were you scared of losing your hair while on TV? No, I microdosed it. I was only on it for like 3 months, so it did nothing. And to be honest, the men in my family, my grandpa is like pushing 80. Bro has a full head of hair. Ethan low-key missed you. Ethan should bring back Mario Party. I would, but none of my friends like Mario Party. Sad life. How do you get such a deep voice with only 3 weeks on TV? No, months. Months. Did I say weeks? I said months, right? 3 months. That's when it starts to break. I have a suspicion when I go back on T, it's gonna break even more. Because usually your voice settles at like 6 months. But I was just so scared of losing my singing voice, so I microdosed it. And then France had a shortage of testosterone. These are so good. Crispy seaweed thins that are sriracha.
I was addicted to Minecraft. Back then it was a mainstream. I stopped playing around 2014 and not once I thought about that game again. Before I started following you, side eye, so I guess he'll just stick around for anything if it's you streaming.
I appreciate that. You guys are so fucking sweet to me. I get to do this because of you guys, and I will never be able to thank you guys enough for that. I will be your entertainment for as long as you want me. Tomodachi live stream. It's in the plans. What are you doing? Don't. What are you doing? It's a secret. No, it's not. Ethan in his 80s still fucking streaming. You know what? I think if I do streaming and it dies out, what I'll do is that I won't stream for a long time, work on my other aspects of career. Then when I'm about like ready to die, I'm going to do streaming again, but I'm going to do it with so much energy. I'm gonna be the best grandpa streamer out there. I think that'd be fun. I'd have my own little garden of vegetables. I think that's a great plan. So if I ever say, hey, I'm going to stop streaming, worry not, I shall be back. Just in like fucking 50 years. You're going to TwitchCon Rotterdam? Yeah, let's go! I don't have a meet and greet. I will warn you. It might be difficult to locate where we are. I may talk to my agent to see if there are any meet and greet slots. I don't think many people from my community are going. Dude, I swear to God, if you pull that shit of you not streaming anymore, I'll actually fall depressed. Yeah, but imagine I have to stop streaming because I'm just having a fucking fantastic career when it comes to music or acting. Can you imagine that? Because I love streaming, and I don't think I'll stop streaming so long as you guys are here. But if it comes to a point where I'm like actively playing gigs or like in a movie or anything like that, I'll probably have to stream less. Are you both days at TwitchCon? Yes. Yes. But I'm there mainly for networking. Which means I'll be talking to other content creators, companies, that kind of stuff. You know. A little nervous, but will you stream maybe? Maybe.
As I have said multiple times, I could watch you read a dictionary for 2 hours and I would be happily entertained. Smiling face emoji.
You know what I will do at some point though? When I come out with a book, eventually, I will sit down and read a chapter with you guys. A chapter, so that you guys have to buy the book. And then maybe we'll do subathons, where at the end of the subathon, I get to read you a bedtime story of one chapter. And then maybe I'll release an audiobook.
If you ever were to grow up and become not so niche anymore, please remember your hashtags OGs, red heart emoji. Also please never stop streaming bro, I wanna get to 1000 stream streak. I'm already nearly 1/4 of the way there. Face with bags under eyes emoji.
What? That's insane. I don't think I'm made for the streaming world, I'm gonna be honest with you. Simply because there are some very cool content creators out there. Like, for example, I've met Amy, I've met, not face to face, but I've met through call, Michaela, Eli, all these people, lovely people. However, the more, viral, type of people, I don't know, it's difficult to integrate those circles of people. It's kind of cliquey. I don't really have an interest in joining. Although, I've met Toby, he was chill. But I just remember being at Gamescom in Germany, and I was in the creators lounge. I was right behind like they have free drinks there, like not alcoholic but drinks. So I was behind this guy that was live streaming in a different language. I think it might have been German, I can't tell. That guy was so loud. I'm gonna be honest with you, obnoxious as shit. But I wasn't gonna say that. I was just waiting behind him quietly, and suddenly he turns his camera in a way that you could see my face on his stream, and I just. Do you know what his name was? No fucking clue. No idea. Hey, babe.
What do you want in the moment?
The mushrooms.
Yeah, anything else?
I don't know what goes in a bowl bomb. Mayo.
Mayo?
Garlic mayo.
Okay. Anything else?
What goes in a bowl bun, guys? You tell me. What goes in? They don't know.
Okay, so I mathed wrong. I am not 1/4 of the way to 1000. I'm dumb as freak and I'm a liar. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Do not perceive me.
That's okay, we forgive you. I'm pretty sure like 80% of the chat is bad at math. I've lost my ability to be good at maths. I was good at maths. I took advanced maths classes in high school because I don't know. I don't know why I did that. But then I was just like, after the tests and everything, I was like, fuck that. I'm going into a creative industry. Never touched it again. And now my brain doesn't want to do it. Genuinely could not give a shit. Could not care less. Andy, if you're listening, are you following the instructions on the package? Because I know, Andy, they don't do that. Right, the question's on Instagram. Whoops. Hold on, guys. What's your favorite musical? Right now it's Heathers. Heathers the musical. I was singing it in the shower earlier on, and I don't know why I have this fixation on that one in particular. I don't know, I've just had so much fun acting out JD's songs. If I could play JD on stage, bro, I would give the performance of a lifetime. Will you be going to Manchester Comic Con? Are you hoping to go? Nope. No, because I do cons, but only if they value their creators enough to treat them as colleagues. So, like, actually paying them for their work. What was I saying anyway? What does this mean? If you could say one sentence too little small, you would what would it be? Oh no. If you could say one sentence to little small you, what would it be? Okay, that makes more sense. One sentence to little small me. Yeah, the boy. What are you doing? Oh yeah, don't let your mom dress you. Stop letting mom dress you. You'll regret every photo while you're dressed by her. Oh yeah, and you're bisexual. Someone's gonna try to drill it into your head that you're straight. You're not. You like women and some men, and then people in between. What else? Oh, fucking start streaming during COVID, bro. Start streaming during COVID. How old was I? I was 17. I was too busy going viral on TikTok. Not the right platform, mate. Not the right platform. So many people got such like massive audiences from the COVID times. It is a struggle to build up a community after that somehow. Although I'm kind of glad I didn't join Twitch when I was 17. Holy shit, that was the time where I had come out as a trans man, but I was figuring it out. And in high school, these look so good.
They're kind of shit and fell apart.
No, it looks fucking fantastic. Are you joking? Thank you, baby. Thank you. They smell good. But I was 17, still figuring my shit out.
If you won't like them, I'm making stir fry with noodles.
That's okay. Honestly, I think I'm gonna be happy with this. Thank you, baby. What was I saying? And I had just entered a terrible relationship. Awful. Terrible relationship. I don't think they would have even let me do streaming because it didn't involve them. Oh my god, it's so good. Let you, yeah. It was a case of no, but I feel left out. I'm just like everything about my life is revolved around you. This is the one thing that is my thing with streaming. And for some reason that was a problem. But yeah. This is so good. By the way, Andy, talk about major upgrade. Hey, I'm being treated nicely, guys. That's fucking crazy. I'm being treated with love and respect. Insane. Pee-wee? Oh no, that's Wendy. What are you doing? Bye. And the thing is, you can visibly, like, I used to make content at that time, and people actually told me that I visibly looked happier. Not even when I started dating Andy. Before that. Once I got myself out of it. Oh no, it broke. It's like a sandwich. Okay, let's test this. Spicy sauce.
god. Hey Wendy, you came back for the food.
Anytime I have food, this motherfucker, no matter what it is, she'll be there to eat it. Or even just sniff it. Yeah, earlier on I had a salad with vinegar on it. She wanted a piece. You can't eat it, but you can smell it. So I let her smell it, she pulled her face. I was like, yeah, I thought so. But then this morning, I'm dead asleep. I hear next to me. I'm like, what? Turn around. And in the morning, I decided, hey, I'm a little hungry. So I went to get a pot of like edamame beans. And I put them next to the thing. I covered them afterwards so that the cats wouldn't get into them. Wendy somehow moved the book that was on top of them. And started bringing them right next to my head to eat edamame beans. Can cats even have that? I stopped her. Wait. Yes, they can. They can in small occasional moderation. Because it's non-toxic. She really likes them. It's a problem, dude. She's cute as hell, dude. I love her. Don't get me started, bro. Every time Wendy comes on. I got told by creators that they were saying that I stole their cat. The cat that I paid for, not even paid for, I donated 400 euros to the adoption center because I fell in love with her, I found her, and I'm the only one who took care of her. And I'm the one who bonded with her, but I stole the cat. You mean my cat? The cat that... Oh, should I say that? I don't know. You lost all custody to the cat the moment you said that you got so angry at some point that you hesitated to kick her. The moment you said that, it wasn't just about me anymore. I had to get out of there to get her out of it. So fuck you mean your cat. Now she lives so happily here. She is so fucking happy here. She loves Andy. Sorry.
Recently I came out as trans to a bunch of people.
Hey!
Before that I knew I was trans for about 3 years. I'm still figuring things out 3 years later. Do you have any advice to not be so lost? I'd how to explain it so hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. I forced everyone at this party to watch your stream and they all subscribed. Also, thanks for helping me be myself. I found supporting friends from here.
Hey, I can't remember what the first question was, guys. What was the first question? We're not talking about who did what, guys. I just needed to get it off my chest, okay? I don't want it to become a thing. And I mean that, guys. I just needed to... I'm fucking tired of being told I cheated on someone that I didn't. Advice on not feeling so lost. It took me a while. It took until I was like 21 to figure it out. Don't jump into relationships. Don't jump into relationships. Take the time. You are in no hurry. You're in no hurry to figure yourself out. You can test out different styles. You can test out what, like, I don't know what type of trans you are. But, like, You can test out different pronouns, but do it with the people that you trust the most, okay? Wait, who is this from? Just so I know how to refer to you. Can I ask what pronouns you use, just so that I can ingrain that in my brain? I will say, if I ever get it wrong, please just do tell me. I've actually talked about this with a doctor, and I have severe memory issues. So if I ever get it wrong, it isn't coming from a malicious place. I have really bad, like, whole mind, trop de mémoire, blanks. I can't remember. Hey Ethan, were your parents accepting at first, or did it take time? So my parents were confused. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. They were confused. And rightfully so. I'm gonna be honest, the way I proceeded with things was very odd. So I started out by realizing the first time I put on a cosplay wig, I was like, oh, I feel much better with shorter hair. And I had my hair long, like long, longest you've seen since I was like tiny. I've always had long hair. And then this one day, suddenly I have short hair on my head. And I'm like, fuck, what is happening? What am I feeling right now? And the thing is, as soon as I came home from school, I would exteriorize these feelings into my work, which was cosplay at the time. And so I would walk around in all of my spare time in a short fucking wig. And I was trying to understand what this was to me, and if I was just enjoying, like, typically, like, how I write stories and everything. I was wondering if it was just me enjoying, like, the story building and everything, but no. No, it really wasn't, because one day, I had talked to my mom, and I was like, hey, I might want to cut my hair short. And she was like, yeah, okay. Alright, you're old enough to, like, know that. But, like, I mean, I love your hair. And I was like, I know you love my hair, Mom, but I don't. And so she was the one that took me to my first short haircut. Terrible haircut. Terrible haircut. It wasn't the worst, but it just didn't suit my features. And then one day on the way home from school, my mom had picked me up that day. Usually I took the bus, but that day my mom picked me up, and I was like, hey Mom, I don't really know what's going on right now, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. But, I was thinking, would you be down to maybe using gender neutral pronouns for me? And I knew that wasn't right for me. I knew immediately that wasn't right for me, but I was like, let's try to, let's test the waters. And my mom, she was like, she's okay with, like, non-binary people and everything, but she was like, but I'm an English teacher, I can't refer to you as, like, they, them is plural. And I sat down with her, I was like, well, it is plural, but it can be singular too. Because, like, if you find a pen on the ground, like in your classroom, what are you gonna do? Who lost their pen? There, that's a single person, innit? And so we had a conversation like that. It took a while to get around to it. I never actually ended up using they, them pronouns. But after a while, I was like, hey! Thanks, computer. Computer backing me up. I was like, hey guys, I'm not comfortable right now with how I'm being referred to, can we please try to change it up a little bit, or like start using a nickname? Like, cause my parents never really referred to me as my dead name. I always had a nickname, which wasn't like gender specific, but I just wasn't comfortable with it. So I was like, hey, can we do something about this? And my dad was so confused. my dad had no idea what was going on, bro. Bro was so worried that he had done something to cause me to feel uncomfortable. I can't remember if I overheard that when he was talking to my mom or something. And then I was in the sitting room. My dad, there was like an intervention type of thing. I was like, I've never had an intervention. What is this? And my parents sit me down. I can't remember what my mom said, I'm going to be honest with you. But my dad was like, so we don't really know what's going on. We don't know what's happening. But I don't think you can be a boy. And I was like, fuck you mean? What do you mean, Dad? And my dad, because he has a different perception on emotions than I do, and he was like, and he meant it as a compliment, he really did, but he basically told me, hey, you are so considerate and you feel so much. You feel too much to be a boy. And I was like, well, okay. I think that might be a you problem, mate, but you know what, that's fine. Wait, hold on. Is that Eli? Wait, LMAO, my dad said something so similar to me. But yeah, my dad is the one that took a little longer to come around to it, but he was never hostile towards me. And for that, I'm really grateful. None of my family was hostile. My brother took a while to come around to it. He doesn't like change. He doesn't like change. So he had a really hard time. But he understood that I was a trans man. But he just couldn't get his head around, like, swapping out the name and the pronouns and everything. And I got around to him eventually, and my mom started calling me. My mom doesn't like the name Ethan, by the way. I told my mom my name was Ethan, and she was like, I don't like that. And I was like, well, I do, so unfortunately, it's not your name now, is it? She came around to it. And now she's like, yeah, that suits you, actually. I've come around to it. That's fine. But at first she was like, okay, all right. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, because people online were only referring to me as Ethan and being so like openly using the right pronouns, calling me Ethan, no. My mom came around to it after seeing like how many people were supporting me in this, and she was like, okay, I'm gonna do my research and understand what this is. And sometimes I have to one funny thing that my mom does, I'm gonna expose her right now. Every so often on WhatsApp, okay, two things. Every so often on WhatsApp, she will send me photos of me as a kid and go, oh my god, you dress like a boy there. Wait, when you started choosing your own clothes, you dressed exclusively like a boy. What's up with that? I was like, well... and then the second thing she does is that, right, I don't know if it's anywhere else, but in France, because like the prefix trans, it's like transport, like you transmit something. Anytime she comes across a lorry with the word trans on it, she will inevitably send me a picture of it. She's like, woo, trans lorry. And I'm like, yeah, let's go, trans lorry. I love my parents so much, and it took them a while to come around. There was some hardship here and there, but ultimately in the end they came around. And sometimes we have some like spats here and there, but nothing these days, nothing major. I've been very securely myself for. Well, I started being secure about myself when I was 21, so 2 years, but they've known. What? It's been that many years since I've come out? No! No! How old am I? No. What? No, to be honest, I needed everything I've gone through. Between the really fucking shit-ass abusive relationship and me trying to figure myself out, getting myself out of that was a huge step in me accepting myself and getting more confident. The switch in confidence was immediate. I needed to go through all of that lost time and that bullshit to be who I am today.
Hey, so just so you know, the screen got a little blurry. I'm fully tearing up. I'm so proud of you and happy you have such a good support system. Much love.
I was about to be like, are we out of focus? Shit! Oh, god damn it, that's so stupid. I'm sorry. Oh. Like, and my journey as a trans man wasn't all sunshine and flowers. Like, my parents and I, my family, we have always, like, there's been some ups and downs. Like, I'm not going to go into, like, the fully negatives. Like, there were some bumps. But, in all fairness, I'm grateful for my family. What is this? Ooh. One person that was, like, immediately, like, yeah, I can do that. My little sister. Big ups, Emily. I like that. Yeah. Give me a kiss. What the fuck? Thank you. W. Emily, I believe. Yeah, that's her name. There's just like, and you don't have to put it in English, but on the first E, there's like an accent that goes up. Amelie. I miss my sister. I haven't talked to her in fucking ages. She's off in Madrid? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. But she's doing so well in her studies. I'm so proud of her. I remember when she streamed with you, I think with the maid dress on. Yeah, that stream was weird. I had fun. But I remember this, I don't know why she got offended by it. And the thing is with my sister, when she gets offended about something, she's very good at arguments. Like, she argues with people and tries to, like, get to them. But she just made up something, right? I was like, oh my god, you got the fake lashes on. And I didn't mean it as an insult. Why would that be an insult? I was about to say, I like them. But then she was like, fuck you mean my false lashes? You got a fake personality, bitch. And I was like, okay. Alright. And I don't know why. The thing is, I have always been myself on stream, so I was like, where did this come from? And I talked to her afterwards. She was like, I don't know, man. That was the first thing that came to my brain. Okay. She is very quick with it, which I'm not used to. She's especially quick with it when it's in French. I have the advantage when it comes to like arguments in English. But she definitely has the advantage in French because I was never ever rude at school. She was. Is. Like, as in getting into arguments with other students and everything. So she knows how to start and finish a fight in French. I never really learned to do that. I'm very diplomatic in French. I've had to dig that kid out of so much shit. I love her to bits. Love her to bits. Like, we used to fucking hate each other. As kids, hated each other. Couldn't stand each other. But we'd always, like, play together and everything. But man, she would get on my fucking nerves. But now that we're adults, it's different. She's like 19 now. And I don't know, she still gets herself into really bad positions that I need to drag her out of every time. But you know what, that's what a big brother does. That's what I'm here for, and I'm honored to be the person she calls when she needs help. So I love being an older brother. But I'm also a younger brother. That's annoying. I don't like that. Do you have a good relationship with your brother too? Yeah, we do. We don't have very similar interests, except for video games. So we get along with talking about video games a lot. Everyone in the family, siblings, we're 4 years apart. So my brother is 4 years older than me, my sister's 4 years younger than me, and the thing is, right, I'm a younger brother, but I don't know, I sometimes feel like I have the older brother dynamic out of the three of us, because like, I rent a fucking house and I have a steady job and everything, so when it comes to advice, I'm very good at giving the advice and everything, and yeah, I'm good to be able to rely on. So, big brother. But yeah, I get along with my brother. I wish we talked more, but I don't know. He's kind of off in his own creative world. Which is fine. I get it. Wait, how do I eat this? I thought you were the oldest to the stream. A lot of people assume that. That's just basic. The thing is, I grew up taking that role a lot of the time. Because as siblings, we're very different from each other, which is strange. My brother is very introverted. Like, very, very introverted. So when we were talking to people out in public, I was the one who spoke up and, like, took charge of like organizing things and everything. So yeah, a lot of people think I'm the eldest one. But yeah. Oh yeah, I would like to clarify, by the way. Chat, for the love of fuck, please don't randomly make edits of my sister. I know she's an adult. I'm aware she's 19 years old. She is my little sister. I don't want to fucking see that, okay? I won't fucking see that. I've seen it before. No, like, you can do wholesome edits if you want. If she comes on the stream, like, she comes and hang out, that's fine. But don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. I will come and I will curse your family. I don't fuck with that. Because by making edits like that, you don't know who kind of weird men could be looking. I will fight every single one of them. So just be mindful of boundaries, and please, and I've seen you guys do this, don't try to contact my family. Please. I'm begging you. Don't message them. Don't try to find my old Facebook. Don't try to get info on me that I haven't said you can have. And it's gotten to a point where my poor grandma. I've been told by my grandma that people are trying to talk to her to get to know me. Leave my grandma alone. Leave her alone. She's a sweet old lady. I miss her. I need to write her a letter.
I survived my tonsillectomy, I told on a stream about. But I fell off my couch and got a concussion. Oh god.
Get up. What do you mean, writing a letter? Do you all not write... Like, I know you can text, but I like writing letters to my grandma. I haven't in a while, but like... I don't know, I like handwriting letters. Visit her, man. She's in France. And also, I've been trying. It's a whole story because she's technically not my biological grandma, but she's the one that was the most involved. She was my grandpa's girlfriend, and they broke up. But that means that my family doesn't really visit her anymore. Like, they've stayed in contact, but we haven't been there in a while. And I've been telling my dad, Dad, we need to do something so that we go visit her, or she comes visit me in Edinburgh. I think she'd like it here. And it never happened, so I have to talk to my dad again, because, right, the thing is, I love my grandma, and she calls me the right pronouns, the right name, and everything. But I don't think she gets it. And I don't think she realizes that Andy is non-binary, but more mask-presenting. Because she knew my ex. And so she already came to terms with the fact that I like women. I don't think she's registered that Andy's non-binary. But I want her to meet Andy. But I think I need my family around to be like, hey grandma. How's it going? So, if you have any questions, go for it, but there's people around so that if she says something out of line, they can be like, can't do that. I don't know how. Like, she's calling me the right pronouns and the name and everything, but at the same time, I don't really know her perspective on trans people either, because I've never talked about it with her. Because I legitimately haven't seen her since I was 16 years old. So I write her letters. Until I can fucking convince people, hey, guys, let's go visit grandma. But she may not be blood related. But she was there for me more than my blood related grandma, so. Also, there's this weird thing in my head where I remember her and how she looks from when I was like 12. I am so scared of when I see her, it's gonna break my heart.
Hi Ethan. Hope you're having a good stream.
Yeah.
Happy late anniversary for the PSMP.
Thank you. I appreciate that. £5.70. Thank you. Huh? Taylor's waiting for Ethan to ask for bed. Taylor? Taylor? It is late. Sup? They're not asking anything, guys. Taylor, what you doing here? What you want? What do you want? How do you choose a name and stick to it? I can't figure out a name that feels right. I was wondering if you had any advice. I genuinely, that one I can't help you with. Ethan has always just been a name that suited me. I can't explain it, but it always just fit somehow. So, it's the middle of the night. I'm in bed. Yeah, chat, don't give me false hope. But chat, maybe if you wanna play Bed Wars. Nah, I shouldn't. Should I? No. You guys are gonna leave if I do that. These little bao buns are so good. But they're very hard to eat.
What would you do if potentially you called your ex drunk and begged to be friends? Absolutely isn't a story of me tonight, haha. Hello my lesbians in chat.
Well, unfortunately, my ex, I would not want to be friends. Because, I don't want to be friends with nonsense. I don't do that, unfortunately. I don't do that. I've had a few too. I don't know why this is getting to my head so fucking hard. Don't be friends with your ex if they're a dickhead. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey Ethan. You should check out the Cosplay Anniversary project if you haven't yet on YouTube.
Ooh.
Also, I'm Team Play Bed Wars, hee.
I want to, but I think I'm going to keep it to when I'm going to do a solo PSMP episode, and then afterwards we'll watch it. So that it's PSMP related. You get what I mean? But I want to watch it. And maybe I'll play Bed Wars after. Excuse me. Eve, do you have any tips on how to deal with grandparents who still use dead names and cheat her trans man here, even though they said they were okay with me being trans? So, sometimes, and I know it's not the most comfortable, but sometimes it just takes people time. It took about, I would say a good year before it felt normal for everyone. So you gotta be patient. Sometimes more. I can't read. My contacts are feeling weird. The Instagram Q&As, right? Sorry, I've had a bit to drink. Are you learning another language? If you are, do you understand Spanish? So, because I speak French fluently, I can understand a fair amount of Spanish. Because a lot of the words are rooted in Spanish. Not in Spanish, but it's similar ways, because they're both Latin languages. Whereas, when it comes to German, being fluent in English also helped me because they're both Germanic languages. So I can understand a little bit of Spanish, but not a whole lot because I've never really studied it. I am not studying a language right now. In the past, I studied German. Not particularly good at that because I haven't practiced it in ages. Literally haven't spoken German properly in 7 years. Maybe 6. I'm not saying it. I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna say it. I caught it. I caught it before I was gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it, chat. I hate myself. But it's the actual number of how long it was. Face of absolute terror. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Still the best way to break character after a war stream. That was genuine disappointment in my voice. I wanted out of there. I was so pissed. These little mushroom things are so good. Question during RPs on a Minecraft server on calls, how do you keep yourself in character? I've been an actor since I was 11, that's how. I don't know. I'm an actor. Do you have a picture with you and your brother slash siblings? Honestly, I don't know. I know I have a picture with my sister somewhere. I don't know where my family photo went. I think it was on my other phone. I'm gonna admit it. You wanna know something? One of the reasons why me and my sister didn't get along, I was pretty jealous on the fact that, she is the only person in the family that has a button nose. Not one single person in the family has a button nose but her. And that pissed me off as a child. That pissed me off. Your nose is iconic. I know. But as a kid, can you imagine growing up with a fucking honker that size on your face? God damn. Months. When did I go over to France? Here? Doo-doo. We got photos of Andy grilling things on a barbecue on my family's land. Da-dum, da-dum, da-da-da-dum. Where is it? Have I seen... Do I have photos of... That's the plane ride. That's me and Andy in the gardens. Oh, fucking fantastic picture of my sister. Thing is, she does this thing where if I point a camera at her, she pulls the craziest faces ever. I'm not gonna show that. I can't show that. I can't betray her like that. When was it? Damn. Because she wasn't with us there. We then went to Carcassonne. Aha. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but that's me and my siblings. You can't really see it very well. Oh, it's not focusing. That's all you'll get. That's all you'll get. My sister's outfit in that is crazy. As in, like, chic. My dad in this one. He was copying my sister. Man, I miss my family. This is me with a little teeny tiny kitty cat. Oh wait, that's me and Puig. Puig. Puig is the kitty cat that I grew up with. I saw him for the first time when he was only a baby. I was 8 years old. I saw him in the garden and I begged my parents to adopt him. And we did. And he was my buddy for all of my growing up in France. And now he's old and I'm not even in France and it makes me so sad. The thing is, I couldn't take him myself. My mom probably would have let me take him with me, but he was bonded to a cat called Tintin, who unfortunately passed a couple years ago. So I don't know. I love Puig. I love him so much. He was my little buddy. Like, my parents fully referred to him as like my cat because of how much he hung out with me. Look at his stupid little face. Oh. When I visited, I was holding him, I was just fully crying my eyes out because of how old he looks now. And I was just like quietly apologizing to him. This is just me. Wait, hold on. This was me just quietly crying. He's doing better these days, though. He's less thin. And this is Sig. Wait. He's so funny. This is a terrible, terrible picture of me. But me with my sister's kitten. Look at how cute. Horrible picture of me. This was Sig on my dad's shoulder. Sig loves my dad. Look at his little face. Wait. Oh, he loves my dad. Like, my dad's the only one that can actually pick him up. But when he does, like, Sig grips onto him and he meows like he's the happiest cat on earth. Like, trilling and everything, and he's so happy. My dad just carries him around like that. That's when I visited my best friend in France. Why did I not take any photos with him? I didn't take a single fucking photo with him. Thing is, we never did. Growing up, we never took photos together. Look at this cat. We came across him while we were visiting a castle. Look at him! He looks like I'm pulling his ear. I'm not, I swear. Oh, I love that photo. I forgot I have that photo. I love it. Kitty cat. More cats everywhere. There's that photos of cats everywhere. Then that's me and Andy visiting Paris together. Andy is so pretty. I'm gonna show you a photo that I took while we were in the museum because I wanted to go to the museum and are you joking? I'm gonna have this printed out and put on my wall. Or I'm gonna have someone paint it. I'm gonna have someone paint it. I'm gonna have it on my wall. I cannot describe how much I fucking love them. Sorry. And then we went to see a little light show of the Little Prince as well. And we went to a little vegan... We went to a vegan sushi place in Paris. That place was great. It was great. I miss just going on trips with Andy. Thing is, this place is expensive. So I need to, like, be careful with money. I'm sure this is the places too, but yeah, I know that. It's mostly like traveling that's the issue. I'm gonna put this over here. Mini trips, yeah. Sorry, the Instagram questions, I'm sorry. Right. Will you ever be coming to America? Specifically, the Michigan area. Also, love you. Thank you, Liv. I appreciate that. I don't think I'll be traveling to America unless it's for a big job. America scares me. Can you blame me? Can you blame me? Have you ever done a backflip? No. I'm disabled. Fuckface. No, I've not done a backflip. I've done a backwards roly-poly in judo when I was a kid. Will you guys accept little gifts at TwitchCon? If it's like bracelets, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Anything bigger we won't be able to accept, because if it's something we have to actively carry, we'll have to say no. So please don't put me in the awkward position of having to say no. Please. Bracelets are fine, because we don't like have to hold them. Pictures? What do you mean pictures? Giving me pictures? Do you mean drawings? To be honest, preferably I would rather not have to carry something all day. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'm going to be networking with people all day. So bracelets are preferred. Keychains, we'll probably have a... No, we probably won't. We only have like a very small sling bag or something. Maybe. Would you ever come to a French Comic Con? If I'm invited, yeah. When are we getting a Heather's Dead Go Walking cover with you as Veronica? I could try. Not now. Because I'm focused on JDE. But maybe I'll do a cover. Maybe I'll do a cover. If you could have any job, if money didn't matter, what would you do? Acting. Easy. Easy peasy acting. I love acting. Every time I'm involved in a project where I have to act or something like that, unless it goes to shit. I love the feeling of acting. I do. And I don't know. When I'm doing these auditions in my office, I don't know. I like that acting, even if it's not sure you're gonna get a role, and there's very little chance of getting a role, I like that you always learn more every time you do an audition. Like, for example, when I do an audition, I do a few takes at first. Well, not a few takes, I do a few read-throughs where I read the text as I would like a book. But then eventually I start building upon this character and starting to give it more of a personality, and then I start to read the direction. And at that point I build off of that, and eventually you go from just a script to a fully fledged character. And I love that process. I love doing that. So, wait, did you and Andy break up? Yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, we decided to get a house together. We decided to get a house together and break up. No, we've not broken up. We are perfectly fine, actually, genuinely better than ever. Every day I spend with them, it always feels like I cannot love them more, and I'm always proven wrong. And I mean that genuinely. Like, yesterday, was it yesterday? I can't remember. I was bursting with energy. It was like 2 a.m. I don't know why I had so much energy, but I was just so excited. I needed to, like, exteriorize it. So I grabbed their hands and I basically just twirled them around. And they just let me do it. And they were into it as well. And we were both giggling, and we just ended up hugging in the kitchen while giggling to ourselves. And I know it's so cringe to say, but I love that I don't have to pretend to be someone I'm not. Like, I don't have to keep up this facade of the the man. I can like have fun with them, and they'll join me instead of being like, oh, what are you doing? You know? I'm with someone that will not patronize me. I'm with someone that will join me when I'm being silly. And I like that. Okay, hold on. I'll put it on again. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. You know what? One of the things that makes me know I love Andy so much is because I know I can trust them. There are so many things where I think back on my previous relationship where I was like, Andy would never fucking do that to me. Never. I remember this one time after walking my ex back from their classes, they were very happy to tell me about how they had finally succeeded in a thing called clown class, where basically you get up in front of everyone and you can't leave the stage until you make people laugh. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, how did you do it? Proceeds to tell me that they decided to tell the story of how we met for the first time and how I looked like that they were expecting something completely different to who I was, and then proceeds to explain to me that the thing that made the entire class laugh is them blatantly ridiculing me in front of everyone. People, mind you, that I had just seen, that I have talked to, I had worked with, and I had just walked them home from class, so I had just seen these people face to face. And I was like, okay, that's not exactly funny from my perspective. And then they made me feel crazy for it. But God forbid that ever happened to them. God fucking forbid. And the thing is, if you're gonna meet up with someone who's 17 years old, yeah, the fuck they're gonna be different to how you expect them to be because they're a kid, unfortunately, for you. They knew, by the way. Anyway. Leah, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate that. My eyes are going fuzzy. Dum bum bum. It is late. I don't know if I should be playing Bed Wars right now, guys. What if, chat? What would you want to see tomorrow? Should we do a solo horror game, or should we play Bed Wars? Potentially with Taylor if they're there. Could we get a poll going? Why not both? Because I need to do one thing at a time. Maybe I'll do horror and then afterwards, if it's not too late, Bed Wars. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are saying horror, so you know what? We'll do horror. I don't know what. I don't know what. You guys better be there, okay? Tomorrow. Should we set a time? Should we say like 7? I'll probably be there at 8, but we'll say 7, okay? Maybe I'll be there at 7. Should we say that? Seven British time. Yep. Be there, okay? Guys, I need you to be there. Oh yeah, solo horror is winning. And then you guys can join us for Bed Wars. So 7 means 8, chat. I'm gonna try for 7, okay? I'm gonna try for 7. Do I have something to do tomorrow? I don't think so. Can I ask who our top subgifter is tonight? Leah? Leah, are you in chat right now? This is definitely going to be a comfort rewatch stream, is it? We've done nothing but talk. Nothing but talk. Yes, hi. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Would you rather I give you a randomly assigned card where I write your name on it and I'll be eventually putting them on my wall over here? Or do you want to ask any questions that are on your mind to the Book of Answers? The Book of Answers, that is not very helpful, I'm going to be honest with you, but I will find an answer. The first answer that makes sense for your question will be the one that is the answer. Okay? Someone said 17 years old as a kid to you guys because usually they're labeled as like adults compared to what others say. 17 is legally a child. Legally underage. Up until you're 20, before that, you're still considered a teen. The cards, okay. Let me find a card for you. Manifest your animal right now. Leah, how you feel about snakes? Do you hate snakes? Is it a phobia, or do you want to re-roll? Because I know some people don't like snakes. I like snakes. Can I re-roll? Yes. I got you, I got you. Wait, this was cute. Okay. Leah, your animal is a giraffe. Giraffe. A giraffe. It's so cute. It's so... You know what I mean? Why is it snake like that? You don't have a fear of giraffes, do you? Yeah, you love it? Okay, let's write your name on it then. Okay, so... Leah... This way. I miswrote your name. Uh-oh. Let me just... I'll fix it, don't worry. There we go. I wrote your actual name and the username too because I forgot the A's. There you go. And here is your card. Is this your card? Should I learn magic tricks? Should we do a stream where I learn magic tricks? That'd be so fun. Should we do that as a sub goal? Guys, wait. My brain. I'd be so good at it. I actually knew how to do a magic trick when I was a kid, and I don't remember how to do it. But it was actually kind of impressive. It was like all mathematical. Unfortunately, that part of my brain has left the building. So I guess we'll be doing regular magic. Alright, folks. Alright, folks. Let me have a look. Da-dum, bum 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 bum. Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-bum. Ba-bum bum 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 ba-da-dum. Hold on, guys. Stay there. Okay. I'm gonna send you guys off to Bilzo, okay? I'm going to go sleep. Alright? I hope you guys had fun. I know it was a lot. And it was a lot of personal info, but I don't know. I just needed to talk about things, you know? Anyways. Let's hope for better acting luck in the future. Let's fucking go. Alright. Have fun. Let's... No, we're fine. Okay, have fun, guys. Bye.